So hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video we will be learning all about storing sessions and managing them in Express.js. So as you might have already seen, we've been using three stacks mainly, which is the Node.js, Express.js and some other packages in Node.js. So as you can see, the localhost 8000 is not currently running. We'll be starting it in a few moments, and here we go. I'll open up my PowerShell and I'll go into my D drive, uh, and I'm going to create a new directory named Express Sessions. It's not compulsory, you have to use the D directory. I'm just creating my own location. Now let's change into Express Sessions. Now here I'll be launching my VS Code. It's not compulsory that you have to launch only VS Code. You can use any other favorite code editor of yours. So I'll be closing up the PowerShell. As you can see, this is an empty project. Now I'll be creating app uh, app.js here, and before that I'll be initializing it with npm. So I'll leave everything as it is, and I'll just change the order. Yes. Now here we have a package.json, and for the purpose of this YouTube video, we need three npm packages. So npm I express to get our server ready, cookie parser to store the sessions, and express session to actually manage the sessions. Now make sure you spell this express session and not express sessions. It actually causes a huge difference. Now as this get ready, I'll use NodeMon for my convenience. Let me zoom up a bit. Now const express equal to require. I'll just get in some packages which we need. Next, we'll be importing the express session package. Next, the cookie parser. This is the last package that we need to import. Finally, we'll be creating our app module, and then we will say app.use cookie parser to set the cookie parser middleware. Next up, we will use the express session parser and make sure to write the code in the same way. The cookie parser has to be initialized before you actually initialize the express session module. Now here we need, let us set something like resave false, save uninitialized false, and we need a secret key. I'll say https, some random code, and some normal text. So this secret, as much lengthy, your app will be the most secure. Usually in production applications, we'll keep this somewhere in the environment variables and not directly in the code. So moving on, will be first we will start our app on port 8000, and just console log to denote that the server is ready. Server is running on port 8000. Now let's run the app. NodeMon app.js. Now I'm using NodeMon so that whenever I make changes, the app gets started automatically. Now server running on port 8000. Refresh, cannot get slash. Now let's go ahead and actually use some routes like app.get slash request response, and now we will say res.json request.session. Now request.session is the actual session object which gets created by the Express session. Now to store the sessions, we need cookie parser, which we have initialized, as you can see. Now when we go to slash, here you go, it's empty. Now if you wonder how I'm getting the JSON in such a good format, I have an extension named JSON Viewer Pro. It's a pretty good one and comes in handy. So just to get things easier, install it. Now moving ahead, we will say app.get. Now we need to uh, you know actually store some sessions, right? So I'll say initialize. Now I'll say request.session. Now you can actually modify the request.session and the changes get stored. So let us say request.session.user equal to username, let us say super admin, and the password, as ever the password gets encrypted. Now let's respond with the classical request.session. Now localhost 8000 slash initialize. Now here you go. The session object actually got modified and we added a user property into it. Now if you refresh here, there you go. Our session gets stored. Now how to actually use these sessions? So in order to use the session, we usually go something like, we go ahead and authorize the user, then we modify the session, and then we check for the session every time. Now you might ask, there is something called session cooldown, right? Like session expiry. How do we implement that? So heading over, go to the Express session middleware. There's one more object called cookie, which actually stores the cookie. Now in the cookie section, we'll say max age. So max age has to be in milliseconds. Let us say I need it for 1 week. So 7 days in a week into 24 hours per day into 60 minutes per hour, 60 seconds per minute, and 1000 milliseconds per second. So this would be the max age. Now this states that the max session timeline is for 7 days. So after 7 days, the session gets cleared. Now I wanted to say something. Since we modified here, we know that our app restarts. Now a pretty important note that whenever the server gets restarted, there you go, our session gets erased. That's pretty bad, but still. So as you can see, expires 11/16/2023, which is exactly 7 days from today, 9/11/2023. And let us say I say it is for 10 days. Somehow I wanted to change my mind and I get 10 days. There you go, it changed to 10 days. So this is how you set the maximum session limit. So let us say it is 1 minute. So we'll remove all of this here and refresh. There you go. The time change is in minute. It's currently 14:30, but it's 14:29, which is exactly 1 minute from now. So this is how we actually use session expiry. So that's it for this video, and for more videos just like this, keep subscribed to the channel. Thank you.